In 2013, I found out that I was pregnant. I was in active addiction. I was addicted to methamphetamine, opioids, all of this intravenously, cocaine, and I was popping Xanaxes like they were going out of style. I tried to get sober and stay sober throughout my pregnancy, but I was really only able to manage to stop doing like opiates and benzos, and I continued struggling throughout the whole 9 months of my pregnancy with my methamphetamine addiction. July 3rd morning at 5 a.m., I started to have some really bad pains in my lower back. And by July 4th, I was giving birth to my son, Nathaniel Alexander Pludre. I told you guys, he had a perfectly round head. I was under the influence when I gave birth to my son, but by the grace of God and what I truly believe to be a miracle, my son was born in perfect health. They never said anything to us about him having drugs in his system or anything, and 2 days later, I left the hospital with my son in tow. My mom had flown down from New York to come and help me learn how to be a mom, how to breastfeed, how to swaddle, how to change diapers, all that kind of stuff. And Neil and I lived with my mother and father-in-law. So we had all the support in the world, but we didn't have recovery support, and we didn't know how to stay sober. And within 90 days of giving birth to my son, I had relapsed, and my husband followed suit shortly after. For the next year, we raised a healthy, happy baby. We lived with my mother and father-in-law. My son was never in harm's way, but we were both not as present as we should be because we were under the influence. 1 year after I gave birth to my son, my best friend, Tara, and the person who I used drugs with, Tara, we used together, called CPS on me, and my world came crumbling down. They took our son from us and didn't even give us a chance. So I put myself in treatment right away. While I was in treatment, I fought tooth and nail, and I got out after 30 days, got on MAT, so did my husband, and the rest is history. We got custody of our son back within 1 year, and our case was closed. It was the hardest year of my life being separated from my son, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. Now Nathaniel, look how cute he is almost 9 years old, and we've had custody of our son back for like 8 years. But I just have to show you guys, like, if I can go through all that and get sober and stay sober, then so can you. Anything that you put your mind to is possible.